Folks, it's said that it's 5 o'clock somewhere, specifically not here. Welcome back to Botched by Babish, the show that's committed to bringing you the truth. And the truth is that I've f***ed up some cocktails in my day, big time. The Cocktail Basics episode, the episode that's supposed to be teaching you the right way to do something, I did things intrinsically, provably, measurably wrong. I screwed up some of these cocktails so bad, I haven't been able to bring myself to go back and watch it. I did last night in preparation for this episode, and I am well and truly ashamed. I didn't shake the margarita. I built it in the glass, which is insane. Why didn't you say anything, Brad? You were there.
I was drunk.
He was drunk. See, nothing good can come from alcohol. That being said, let's make a whole bunch of cocktails. America's favorite cocktails, margarita? Mm-hmm. How worldly of us. Then again, we don't really have our, no, I'm sure we have our own cocktail.
The Manhattan.
The Manhattan? What is it? Okay. Margaritas are as easy as 1, 2, 3. And limes. And you'll notice that I'm rolling them like this. This is to make them a little easier to juice. This is a tip and trick. You're actually learning real technique right now. I'm sorry for the lapse in entertainment, but. Thanks. To make a margarita, I'm gonna make one how I know how to make one, and you can tell me if I'm doing it right or wrong, because it's America's favorite cocktail and you're America's favorite boy.
Sweet.
I'm gonna do 1 shot of tequila blanco. Whoa, 1 and a bit, am I right? Agave syrup, which is upstairs. Agave. I don't think this should even be in here, honestly. No, I'm not doing it. I am also gonna add ½ an ounce of Cointreau and the juice of 1 lime. Ooh, these are juicy limes. That's what they used to call me in high school, because I was indiscriminate with my bedfellows, if you know what I mean. Okay, obviously I'm doing a sugar rim. Kosher salt. Shaken. That's what's up, folks. I like this. This looks way better than what I made, because when you shake it, it aerates it and froths it all up. Look at all the changed opacity of this cocktail. Now I'm just going to garnish with a lime wheel. I'm not gonna put it on the rim like some pedophile. I'm gonna put it there. Oh boy, this is not giving you much you can actually use. Unless you can use that. I said it in a derogatory way. It's bad to be a pedophile. I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna take a hard line on that issue and say it's bad to be a pedophile. Cheers.
Did you add the agave?
Did not.
So that's 1 point off?
No. That's debatable. But a lot of margarita purists would not want simple in their mouth.
In there. Other than that, measurements look right, garnishes look good, method is impeccable. So as long as the agave isn't a deal breaker, that's a good margarita.
Let's see if sugar really makes things taste better. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, simple syrup takes the day. And Nico gets a second margarita. Nico's tying him on like a Boy Scout on a drinking bender. I still like my Tequila Sunrise as freshly squeezed as the morning dew. I don't have anything more to add to that dialogue. This one, I just made a screwdriver and called it a Tequila Sunrise. I was so absorbed in a bit that I was trying to do, I'm not even sure what the bit was, that I couldn't focus on just making something right.
Should you return to your Bob Ross form to, recapture that spirit?
I would, but I threw away the wig. Plus, any impression of Bob Ross is really disrespectful. The man's a war hero, okay?
With a very long fingernail that no one ever talks about.
Look, if you're trying to imply that Bob Ross did cocaine, 2 ounces of tequila, orange juice, 4 ounces, and ½ an ounce of authentic grenadine, which I was surprised to find out is like mostly pomegranate juice. Did you know that? I didn't. ½ an ounce, quarter ounce. Quarter ounce?
Quarter ounce.
I'm doing ½ an ounce. Beautiful. Wow, what a incredible cocktail. I'm sure glad I did this. So I got to have the real experience, and I can't find any metal straws, so I'm gonna use a chopstick. There's a Tequila Sunrise, which I'm so sorry that I forgot that little squirt of fucking nothing. Oh, it's so good though!
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
And there you have it, the perfect Tequila Sunrise. Easy and on the table in less than 35 minutes. It's a chopstick. I've rinsed your cocktail, sir. I've cocked your rinse tail, sir. Tailed your rinse cock, sir. The Mojito has a long and rich history, probably. White rum, lime juice, mint, and sugar, right? That's it. Where the hell's the mint? Did Kendall not get mint? Oh, wow, this is all mint. I thought this was like salad grains, damn. Wow, she didn't just get the mint, she got the mint. Let's make some cocktails. Enough bullshit! I don't want any more bullshit from anyone during the day, and that includes me. No more! Winnebago, man. To make the common mojito, you don't want ice in there first, do you? We gotta muddle first. Oop.
Did you do research on these cocktails before tackling this episode?
No. Should I have? It's not like that's what caused the problem to begin with,
Right.
right? How do you make a mojito? So we're gonna muddle some mint. That much I know. Grab a bunch, drop it in. ½ ounce of non-complicated syrup. 2 ounces of rum. Oh, no, I should muddle this first. No, I muddle everything together. Muddle first. All right, muddle the mint. Twist and shout, shake it all about, and that's how you do the hokey pokey. 2 ounces of white rum. How much lime juice?
3/4 ounce.
3/4 ounce. Well, I have that in spades. I also like to grab a lime wheel and muddle that in there as well, which I should have done first, but that's okay. You can cut it like I did. Gonna muddle that lime wheel in there. There's no ice in there. Pour. Ooh, yeah, see, it tinges the liquid green with little bits of mint and lime. And top it off, a little vintage club soda. Stir with your metal straw. And doesn't that look a whole lot nicer than the one I made? with the dangling corpses of mint sticking out? Like, look at that. That's, if I were served that in a restaurant, I would be like, I ordered a Manhattan. And they'd be like, you're drunk, you're a belligerent, sir. And I'd be like, I'm just stoned. And the reason I screwed up the Basics Cocktails episode so bad is because I tried to just make the cocktails from memory. I thought that was good enough. I thought that I had a perfect encyclopedic knowledge of every drink that's ever been made. I was wrong. So now, in that spirit, I'm going to try some new cocktails. I've remedied the mistakes of old, and now I'm going to try making an espresso martini, a whiskey sour, and one other one that is, don't tell me. I'm going to try to just make those from memory and see how far off base I am. And Nico's going to grade me on a scale of A to R. R being the best. On to the Espresso Martini, which I'm going to make my way. That is to say, maybe right? I'm going to cheat and use Cometeer, because Cometeer is effectively just a shot of espresso, and I'm gonna do that, so just deal with it, and that's that.
Here we have Andrew making his first mistake. I should have done that in post, huh?
Glad. What's cool about an espresso martini is you can use most different liquors. You can use vodka, you can use tequila. I like to use mezcal because I think the smoky kind of characteristics of mezcal play real nice with coffee. So I have here, I'm gonna measure this out so we see how off I am. I have 1 ounce. It's basically espresso. I have 1 ounce of basically espresso. Okay. 1.5 ounces of mezcal. I need a coupe glass, which are all upstairs. So I'll be right back. Coupe de glace. That's funny, I'm gonna say that. Coupe de glace. I'm gonna say that. Didn't give you any material up there, sorry. Anyway, coupe de glace. 1/2 ounce of sweet red vermouth, and I'm gonna do 1/2 ounce of Kahlua. I don't care what you say, Brad. This is a good idea. There we go.
Here we have Andrew. Shut up. His third mistake.
So I'm gonna do 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. Okay, there it is. Oh, come on. Come on. I put more liquid in there than that. I refuse to believe. There we go. Come on, what's happening right now?
And here we have Andrew.
Shut up! Hate it when you do that.
His fourth mistake.
Oh. You can tell me that doesn't look good though, right? And there we have what lives rent-free in my head as an espresso martini. Let's eat it. Yep, that tracks. If you ask me, and you're asking me, that's how the big boys do it.
Technically, no one asks for this one. You just decided to make it.
I asked me, and I matter, Brad. So, Nico, how far off the mark am I?
So, strictly speaking, you had 2 of the 4 ingredients right, and then you added 2 more.
So now, how about we do the Manhattan? That's the one that I feel most confident about, even though I, for the life of me, cannot remember the second ingredient. It's whiskey, it's a vermouth. Shit. I already know I'm like way off base with this one. I'm in trouble. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't have a cooking show.
But this is a drinking show, so it's fine.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Transport yourself back to Manhattan in the turn of the 18th century, when I imagine this beverage was created.
Yeah, that's vermouth. I'm going to go with a ratio of a shot of rye whiskey, rye bourbon specifically, a couple spoonfuls of Luxardo syrup. I'm gonna do 1/2 ounce of sweet vermouth. Doesn't look like enough, so I'm gonna do 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. And that's it. I'm gonna go with those 3 things. Looks like a Manhattan. Stab a cherry on it, and there you have it. What I'm pretty sure is a Manhattan. All right, tastes like a Manhattan, but is it a Manhattan? Nico, what did I do?
It was pretty much all right. It was sweet vermouth, half as much as rye whiskey, Stirred over ice. The sweet cherry liquor or cherry liquid is not traditional but acceptable.
Okay.
You missed one aspect though.
What that is?
Angostura bitters in the straining cocktail machine. I give it a solid Q.
RSTUVW. Wait, no, other way. QR. QR! Butts. You're being crazy. Butts. You're being hysterical. Have a cigarette. Whiskey sour. Now this is a cocktail I've never made. So I can't even make it from memory. I'm just going to make something. So I know it's shaken. I know there's egg white in it because it's got a fluffy, frothy top to it. I know there's whiskey in it, and I know it's sour. I can put these things together into an imbibable libation. I'm a little drunk.
A little?
I'm a lot drunk. All right. God help me. Here goes my from memory with no memory whiskey sour. I need an egg white. I don't know how much egg white it's supposed to be. Probably not like a whole egg white. Well, that's pretty much a whole egg white. Whatever. Whiskey and lemon juice because sour. 1 lime-shaped lemon. I'm gonna do the juice of the whole lemon because whiskey sour should be sour. And then the whiskey. 1 shot. And now is that it? Or is there simple? Or Angostura bitters? Or both? Might be simple. I'm gonna throw a little simple in there. Boop. That way, if I'm wrong, I'm only a little wrong. This is served on the rocks, I believe. I'm like out of ice, but let me see what we got here. I got this like celestial globule of cube. So that's like stylish. This is on purpose. Honey. Honey. No, maybe not. Dude. All right, it's officially not me now. It's this shaker. Whatever. It's whiskey and it's sour, so it lives up to it by pure definition. Okay, what'd I do?
Ingredients all pretty much right, except for, again, you forgot Angostura bitters as a garnish. It needed more simple syrup. It has half an ounce of simple syrup.
I put in at least half an ounce.
Okay, half an ounce, so it's there. But the method is where you went a little bit wrong. You're supposed to shake it for 30 seconds without ice, and then add ice, and then shake it again for 30 seconds to get it really nice and frothy.
Well, how diggity f***ing doodah.
L-M-N-O-P.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. So that's 12 out of 18. That's 6 out of 9, which is 69. So perfect score. All right, I'm very curious to see what kind of difference this makes. So shake it first without ice. Is it a whole egg white?
It says half an ounce.
Let's measure how much egg white this egg yields. That's 1 ounce. Yeah, I'm just gonna make 2.
They say that if you use the egg white, you have to strain it into a coupe, served up, no rocks.
That does make sense, doesn't it? All right, well, I'll get rid of this stupid Manhattan. I'm just gonna throw this down the drain. I hate to waste that. All right, well, I did put too much egg. I'm just gonna make 1. Let me get rid of half of this.
Wait, weren't you making 2 though? So you were gonna use all of that?
Not no more. Not since you started acting up. I was forced to fire you right now.
And it was at this point that Andrew made his 6th mistake.
How much whiskey was it?
2 ounces.
There we go. Some Angostura bitters.
Well, that's what garnish.
How do you garnish with Angostura bitters? Think before you talk to me. How much lemon juice?
3/4 ounce.
How much syrup?
Half ounce.
And now I'm shaking this dry. I'm dry firing it. 30 seconds? Time me.
30 seconds.
Somebody time me. Okay. No! It started to pop. Pressure built up.
That's false start.
Your full start.
That's fair.
Now ice. Come on. Oh. Oh. Whiskey sour, Nico style. Noticeably better than that one. Folks, I learned a lot. I hope you did too. I hope that you're happy and safe and that you have health and vigor. And here's happy Halloween soon. Cheers.
Hey, it's 5 o'clock now too.
No, it's not. It's 3:28. You just want it to be 5 o'clock because we feel amoral for being the way that we are right now.
Story of my life.
Have a whiskey sour about it.
My man.
Careful.